What's going on, everyone? My name is Chester, and this is my 2009 Honda Fit camper build. So far, in the past several weeks, I've been working on building up this car so that my wife and I and my dog can drive it across Canada from Ontario to Alberta. So far, we've built a bed platform and added some tints around the car so that we can have a little bit of privacy. But in today's video, I'm going to be trying to give ourselves a little bit more privacy. I know that the tints are really dark from the outside and you can barely see them, especially when it's dark outside. You can see through it if you do shine a flashlight through, and if we're, camping or stealth camping in a kind of a inconspicuous spot, I don't want people to look into our car. So I figured I would give ourselves a little bit more privacy. So I picked up some of these blackout curtains on Amazon. I'll put everything in the link in the description down below for all the stuff that I bought. I initially wanted to have like cut out pieces of Reflectix to slap onto the windows, but because of time constraints and like we were selling our house and we've been living with my parents for the past couple of weeks while we wait for our move, and then other family stuff happened, I just never had the time to really do that. So I thought the easiest way, and I saw a couple posts on Reddit that they've used blackout curtains as well as some bungee cords to create almost like a curtain around the car. So I've already kind of test fitted one part of it. So I did kind of already work out how I'm going to do it, but I just wanted to document this as part of the Honda Fit build because, I felt like I haven't posted anything in a while. So I just want to make sure that I update the process so that I can have the full build before we head out, because we are heading out tomorrow actually. So I got to get this video done and edited before I start the next video. So the first thing I got to do is I'm going to show you guys how I do the front part. So I'm going to set up the camera for that and I'll show you. Okay, so for the front part, I have this, I believe this is a 36 inch bungee cord I got from Canadian Tire. I'm just going to feed the curtain through the loops, and then I'm just going to drape it over. Anyway, I'll just show you. So I'm going to thread it through like this. I'm going to actually use two. I tried it with one earlier and it wasn't wide enough. So I'm going to use two curtains for the front. I have 4 in total. These are, I believe they're 40 inches by 46 inches, like 40 inches wide by 46 inches tall. So they are kind of long, but I can use them when we, once we finally find a place out west. So it's not like they're going to be this permanent here. This is just temporary until I find a better solution for the privacy part of this build. So, yeah. So, basically, I'm just going to thread it all through. I'm going to thread both of them. So this is the one curtain, like this. And then I have the other one here. So I have 2 curtains that I have to thread through. It's very basic. It's nothing fancy, but I think it'll get the job done for what we need it for. And it doesn't look too bad. So now I have both threaded through like so. All I'm going to do now is this hook over here. I'm going to use the oh shit bars as the hooks. So I'm going to loop it through on one side. Kind of do, this way. So one way like this. And then I'm going to loop another way. Loop it through the handlebars and then kind of loop it like that. So kind of like this. This one's a little tricky because it does require a little bit of stretch. But once it's up, it's pretty stiff. Like once we get it more practiced, obviously, I did it slowly for the purpose of the video, but as you can see, it works pretty well. The only issue is obviously the sides are here. So what I did was I went and bought some hook and loops with adhesive. This is just the Velcro brand one. But I guess if you're going to do this and you find something cheaper on Amazon, you can use whatever brand you want. But this is the one with the sticky stuff on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically, I don't know if I can show you this. I'm going to take this corner of the curtain and I'm going to stick it. So I'm going to stick part of the hook and loop onto the fabric here. And then I'm going to have the other part stuck over here like this, so that it gives us a little bit more privacy. So that, obviously this doesn't go all the way through. So it'll give us a little bit more privacy so I can hook up the curtain a little bit further up like this. So it's a little bit harder to look into the car. So I'm going to go do that real quick. Okay, I'm going to put the hooks and loops together so that I can get both sides the same length equally. I'm just going to put them together like this. And I'm probably just going to only cut probably like an inch-ish. I don't need a lot for the curtain. The curtains aren't that heavy, so it shouldn't take that much to hold it up. So I'm just going to use my multi-tool here. Again, I don't have all my my regular tools, so it's a little bit harder. So I'm just going to use the scissor part of my multi-tool. So cut about maybe an inch. And then I'm just going to do that I'm just going to do that 4 times, because I'm going to do one on the top and then one on the kind of the midsection, so that I can stick it to the side of this pillar on the car, so that it doesn't dangle or move around as easily. I'm just going to cut 4 of them. I got my 4 pieces right here, like this. And then now all I'm going to do is I'm going to have the hook part on the curtain, and then the hook part on the pillar, and then the loop part is going to be on the fabric. Okay, so I'm going to take my hook part right here. I'm going to put this aside for a second. This will just stick up there. Nice. So I'm going to take this hook part, the hook part, and kind of just eyeball it. Maybe a hand's length. This is good. So yeah, just about a hand's length-ish is where I want this to be. So I'm just going to put this right here. So take off the protective part of the adhesive. I think I'm just going to do, about a hand's length-ish up to there. So yeah, right here is where I'm going to put it. Just like that on the seam. Just like that. So I got one there. So right there is about good. So if you can see this right here is about good, is where I'm going to have it. Right there. So I'm going to put the loop part right there as well. As you can see, it's raining outside. It is getting a little foggy in here because there's no ventilation right now, but it's all right. We make do. We make doo-doo. We're having a hard time here. Okay, cool. There we go. Got that off. And then I'm just going to stick this right here. Right in here. Just, don't know if you can see that, just like this. Right there. And now, that should hold up just like that. Perfect. So that works out pretty good, actually. I'm pretty happy with that result. I'm going to do a secondary one somewhere along right here, just so that it doesn't flap around. I'm just going to do one right here. All right, cool. I got the second one. Again, we got the hook side. So let's put this up again, just like that. So I'm going to put it right out there. Again, take the sticky part off. And then, one more time, right here. So just right here. Just like that. Just like that. And then, we're going to put the Velcro just above that line right there. Or the hook part, I should say. And then this goes right here. Like so. And now we got, anyway, I think you can see that. Now we got, kind of full coverage here without any obstruction. And, it doesn't flap around as easily. Obviously, there's a little bit of light here, but with the tint and the curtain, I don't think anyone's going to be able to see anything very easily. You'd have to try pretty hard to see inside the car. So that's all I wanted. I just wanted a little bit of privacy. So this should be good. Yeah, I'm just going to do the exact same thing to the other side. And we'll continue with the side windows. So now, like that. Perfect. That works. I am happy with that. I think this is a good spot like this. And that is the front. Just like that. Again, I'm going to do a whole tour when the whole car is finished. I'm probably going to do that while we're on the road, just because I don't have time to edit both videos tonight, because we are leaving tomorrow. So be sure to follow me for that if you want to see the full, complete build out. I did add a roof rack, and my dad was generous enough to give me one of his roof baskets and roof bags for our trip. So I'm very thankful for that. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, if you want to see that full video when it comes out, make sure you hit the bell notification when I post it so you can see when I post it, and just subscribe to my channel if you already haven't, if you want to see the full video and all the full adventure that we're going to do from Ontario to Alberta. Okay, now enough yapping. I'm going to do the side curtains now. Okay, so for the side of the car, I have another pair of curtains, but this time I only need one curtain. I bought this as a set. It comes as two curtains, so I bought two packs of curtains. I'm only gonna need one to cover this whole section right here, like so. Should be okay, like that. And then I'm gonna use another. Those are my keys. I'm gonna use another bungee, except this one is this is the 48-inch one that I got from Canadian Tire. So I'm gonna just hook it. For the setup, I'm just basically gonna use the one hook side to the oh shit bar over here, just like this. I don't know if you can see that. And then the Honda Fit actually has this hook thing on the window. Here, I'll show you. The Honda Fit actually has this hook thing right here on the back window, so that you can hook up this is the hatchback, so it's like the hatchback cover, and it hooks onto this thing so that when you raise the hatch, the cover also raises at the same time, so you can get access to the back of your car. But I don't use it, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to hook this hook part just like this. And I've tested it out. It's actually pretty strong. It's not going anywhere unless it's like, even if I move it a lot, it's still, it's still pretty stable, I think. I mean, we'll find out. And then for this one, so it's going to sag here like this. So I also bought these little sticky hook thingies that I'm going to have stuck to the passenger side oh shit bar. I'm going to do that now before I forget it. Actually, not yet. I'm going to show you how I hook up the curtain first. So just like that. It's pretty simple. Again, just feed it through the curtain. If you're going to do this, try to find a curtain that has these hooks, these loops in it, so that you can put it behind. You can put the bungee cord behind, because a lot of the curtains that I've seen in the dollar store or the other like stores, they have that ring thing, and it's not as, I don't think it's going to be as easy, or it's not going to be as effective for privacy, the loops. So try to find a curtain that has the this strap thing on it. So yeah, and then all I gotta do is hook it up here, just like that. And now you have a little bit more privacy. Obviously, as you can see, it's a little saggy. So that's what these are for. These are just regular utility hooks that have the adhesive on the back. Again, nothing too fancy. This is pretty quick and easy. At least quick and easy for me, in my opinion. So I'm just going to hook it up right here. But yeah, these things also have their own adhesive on the back, which is perfect. I don't have to cut my own. And then I'm just going to hook it up right here. Right there is good. Just like that. Yeah, and you can still use it. It's not in the way. And then all I'm going to do is hook it up right here like this. There you go. And just like that, we got some privacy. Obviously, I'm probably going to put another hook and loop over here just so that I can, make sure that it's completely private. But other than that, it's not bad. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. The other side is going to be a little bit different. I might not need one of these because I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, so for this side, it's a little bit different. Like I said, it's a little bit different on this side. So this, the rear driver's side, the driver's side of the passenger seat has the a hook here for hangers. If for the business people, they hang their clothes here. So I'm just gonna use that as my hook, so I don't have to waste another hook thing. I mean, it's kind of a waste. I bought 5 of them, but it was only $1, so it's okay. So yeah, it's gonna just hook up like that, the same way as the other side, so I don't have to waste one. Anyway, So it's gonna be like this. Where's the little part? So again, this carabiner just hooks up to over here again, right there. You can see that right there. And then you pull this through, and then, like I said, we just use this little hook thingy here, and like that. Now we have a little bit more privacy. Again, I'm gonna put a little Velcro thing here so that I can make it a little bit more discreet. But other than that, this is pretty good. So we got the one side. And then this side, I'm gonna cut these tags off because I don't like the way this looks. But yeah, so we got the side, the driver's side, obviously the front, where you can, see the front right here. And then you got the passenger side. So yeah, the last thing is actually the rear window. So I did say that I didn't want to cut anything, but I do have, when I was at the dollar store, I found the, it's like this windshield. It's for the windshield that you put in the front, and it's like Reflectix basically, and it was only like $3, and it's wide enough to cover the back. I do have to cut it, but I only have to cut one as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows, because I have these little weird windows here that I also need to cover if I was going to do a full Reflectix. So, and that would have costed me way more for the roll, and this one was only like $3. So yeah, let me go get it. I'll show you what I'm thinking of, and we'll go from there. For the back window, I'm going to keep it very simple. Again, most of the stuff that I bought was from the dollar store, and I found this thing. It's kind of flimsy for the front part of the car, but I think it'll work for the back window. It's like this Reflectix style material, except there's only one side. Usually the Reflectix has the reflective side on one side, foam, and then another reflective material on the other side. But this was only $3 for this whole thing, so that's probably where they cut the cost. But I was thinking I could probably just put it up like this, kind of like that. And then I have the Velcro stuff that I can use to stick to the window. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically cut the profile so that it'll fit nicely, and then it'll be a little bit cleaner. I'm going to put it up like this. Obviously, this is going to cover my brake light, so I got to make sure that I take this off before I'm driving, but I'm going to do that anyways, because obviously I'm going to have a driving mode and I'm going to have a sleeping mode for the car. Okay, I got my more Velcro. Just got to cut, again, probably like an inch. So I got 2 pieces of the hook and loop parts, and I'm going to just stick it on just about there, like that, on the window. Got another one on the other side, just like that. Nothing too fancy. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna take the sticky stuff off of this, put it back on the Velcro, ever so lightly. Same thing with this guy. I'm gonna take off the backing and put this one like that. And now I'm gonna try to take the middle of this, so like this, there, and then press, and then up here, and then press. So now press that in there, press that in there. That should be stuck now, hopefully. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a knife, like a box cutter, and just kind of go around this whole thing and cut it. Whoa. Okay. Cool. All right. We got a box cutter, and we're going to see if I can trim this up so that it covers this whole thing up nicely. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. If I mess this up, it's a $3 item. I just get another one. Should be good there. I don't know. There goes nothing. Okay, there's one side cut. Not perfect again, but I'm going to put tape on the edges so to give it a little bit more strength. So I'm just going to do this side now. Just like that, you've got some coverage. Again, I know it's not perfect, but that's not bad. I'm just going to put duct tape around the edges to make it a little bit more rigid, as well as extend it so that I can kind of slip it underneath the trim. I didn't cut it the best, obviously, but it'll do. It's not bad. Okay, so I put duct tape around the edges. It's not pretty, obviously. You can see if there's imperfections, but it's completely utilitarian. It's not supposed to be fancy. It's just supposed to cover the back window when we're sleeping in here. So let's see what this looks like for the final installment. Let's move you guys over here. Let's install this. Perfect. That's not going anywhere. Good enough. It's a little bit of space there, but I probably just move it up a little bit. There you go. Perfect. It's covering pretty much everything now. I did look from the outside, I guess. I did look from the outside with the tint, with a 5% tint, and this, you can't see inside of it at all, even with this light on. Actually, here, let me go show you. Okay, so this is what the outside looks like. Thankfully, it stopped raining, but the light is on inside there, and even if I cover it, you can barely see it. And I'm not going to have the light on inside there very often. This is what it looks like from the very front. Can't really see side. Obviously, you can see the curtain in there, kinda. But yeah, it's completely dark in there. And then this is what the sides look like. Again, if I cover that, that's pitch black. That's basically, you can see the curtain. I don't even know if you can see the curtain, but that's the curtain. And then even this side, completely dark in there. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so that's the, I guess, build, if you want to call it. I think it turned out pretty good. Obviously, the back window is a little janky, but hey, it does the job. Again, I don't know how far I want to take this build, so I don't want to do anything too crazy, especially because I also have a deadline. Again, we are leaving tomorrow, so I wanted to get this done as quick as I could. And yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. I'm excited to see what this looks like with all of our stuff in it, with the bed set up and everything. It'll give me a better idea on if this actually works. I'm going to add more Velcro to these guys right here so that I can kind of stick it on, because you can see the window here a little bit. So I want to add a little bit of Velcro right here just so that it sticks a little bit better. It stays in place a little bit better. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Again, I'm not going to know what it's like until we actually start living in it or camping in it. Definitely not as crazy of a build as I've seen other creators do with a Honda Fit, but you know, I could probably work my way up there. But for now, I'm pretty happy. Again, if you want to follow our journey from Ontario to Alberta, because my wife and I are moving there, definitely subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification to get notified when I post a new video, especially because I'm going to vlog this whole trip. Again, thank you for watching. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, leave a comment on what you think I should do to improve on the build. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna end the video here, and I gotta go pack up because I got a lot more stuff to do. Yeah, okay, see you later. Bye-bye!